Welcome to ZKast, everyone. I'm Z.S. Caravallo from ZK Research, and I'm here at SaaStr 2024 in the lovely town of San Mateo, California.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'm here with Jonathan Rosenberg from, you're the CTO of Five9.
That's right.
And this is your first time at SaaStr?
First time at SaaStr. Never been here before.
Yeah, that's great. And so I know you just did a presentation. I want to talk about that. But before we get into that, though, just a quick refresher on Five9. You're a $1 billion SaaS company. And so introduce yourself and the company.
Yep. So Five9, just recently a $1 billion company, just made it just this last quarter, or finally achieved that as a run rate. We're a CX platform, so contact center as a service. So our software allows brands to deliver exceptional experience to their own customers across all different types of channels: voice, email, chat, SMS, sort of acting as a front door of the brands to their customers. And my role there is to help figure out where the technology is going with a real focus on artificial intelligence and using that to help deliver a much more joyful customer experience.
Yeah, and I fully expect that to really drive the next billion of Five9.
Better believe it.
Yeah. And so, as I mentioned, you just finished the presentation here.
Yes.
Some highlights from that. What were you talking about?
Yeah. So this actually wasn't really about Five9 or even ZKast. This is SaaStr. So I was talking about our experiences as a B2B SaaS vendor and what are the top 10 things that customers are asking us to deliver for them, and sort of sharing that information with other B2B SaaS vendors. Obviously, AI and CX played a role, but it wasn't just about that.
And so what are customers asking for from the SaaS vendors? What's changed?
Yep. So some of the things that have really changed are first and foremost around artificial intelligence. And on the positive side, of course, on the good stuff, they're asking for improvements in automation, ease of use to reduce time to configure and implement, and to deliver much more hyper-personalized customer experiences. But they're also asking us to help them manage it. They want responsible AI policies and practices. They care about the data and how it's being used. They care about how models are being trained to make sure there's no bias. They care about decisions that AI is making, all that kind of stuff. They're asking for that too.
Yeah, the ease of use is interesting too, because I sometimes feel like the big software vendors kind of forgot about ease of use, right? They just loaded them up with features. The user became the integration point to technology.
That's right. Yeah. It's almost a disease in B2B software. And you can trace it back to the fact that the buyer of the software in B2B wasn't the user of the software primarily. So the user experience was sort of secondary. But I think that's changing, and it's changed a lot already because of things like shadow IT, where users just opted out if IT wasn't delivering good stuff. But also changed because user experience really has a much better ROI these days when they can understand the value of a better user experience across all the different interfaces of the product.
So the term SaaS is interesting, and it's really had a kind of a profound impact on software. Right? You think in traditional packaged software, you had release cycles. You had to wait for your service packs to come out.
Years. Years till your service packs.
People didn't really deploy every update because it was a lot of work. So the cloud native changed that and became a real accelerant for innovation. Now we're bringing AI into this. And so talk about the intersection of AI and SaaS and how you expect that to really drive the next wave of SaaS innovation.
Well, AI is a great example of a technology that you really can only do with SaaS. So it's like a message was delivered loud and clear. You want to go to the future, you're doing it via SaaS. There's no way to do AI on-premise, really. It's evolved so quickly, so much computation, so much complexity, it's best delivered by the cloud. And it's infusing SaaS all over the place, providing much better forms of automation, personalization, improving ease of use, again, through personalization. If you arrive at a site or call up a contact center or talk to a brand, now with AI, they can ingest all this data about you, so it knows who you are and it can adjust the experience to make sure it's personalized to you. So we're going to see this infused everywhere where there's some kind of experience that gets delivered, which is like everywhere. So that's why it's going to infuse itself all over SaaS.
Yeah, and so, and it's not just, I know you're looking at it through the customer experience lens, but it really, I think, promises to change every aspect of SaaS.
Every aspect. No, I mean, I think my statements aren't just about, like I'm saying, not just about customer experience and calling the contact center. But as a user, if I use a piece of software and I've got some kind of web UI or interface to interact with it, that thing's going to increasingly get powered by AI to make it much more personalized, much more intuitive, much easier to use.
And so as you think about this in the context of your job, right? And so Five9 is a pioneer in cloud-based contact center, right? And I think it really drove the paradigm of cheaper, better, faster, right? And so what do you hope AI does for Five9 if you think about the 3-year, 5-year vision.
Yeah. I mostly care about delivering a great customer experience. So I'll tell you a little story about this. It's like, why did I take this job? Why did I come and work at Five9? I've been working in the telecommunications industry my entire career, and I've really dedicated my career to reimagining telecommunications in the image of the internet. And one of the things that means is dramatic improvements in the usability and user experience. But there was this one corner of telecommunications technology and communications that was still not great, delivering experiences that people didn't exactly love. And that was a contact center and CX.
Didn't exactly love is an understatement.
Yeah, exactly. I worked there, so I got to try and be a little bit nice about it. So I'm here to try and fix it, because this is a problem that I can get my head around. Like, okay, what can we use to dramatically improve this user experience? And to do that, you have to make it great and be cost effective. And AI was clear from the very beginning that AI was going to be the tool that did it. And when I started, I had no idea this generative AI thing was coming. It is now brought to reality the vision of delivering actual experiences that people find wonderful. That's what I'm hoping to do in the next few years.
And do you think there'll be a day where we prefer the digital medium? And I think back to other technologies. For instance, the ATM card.
Yeah.
At first, people hated it.
Yeah.
Now you wouldn't bank at a bank that doesn't have it.
Right.
Or if you want to make a restaurant reservation.
Yeah.
If they're not on OpenTable, Yelp, you don't use them. Do you think there'll be a day when you pick up the phone and you call a contact center and you get a human, you go, oh, I don't want a human. It'll be much better done through AI. Is that coming?
I think it's going to be actually a blend of the two.
Yeah.
Where a lot of the stuff, if you can do it with self-service and automation, people prefer that, whatever the channel is. But when you're having a problem and you need to speak to a person, bringing them in seamlessly so it all just works, I think that's what people are going to want. So they want sort of the best of both worlds. Yeah. Self-service it when I can, bring in the human when I can.
Yeah, I think the banking analogy holds true there too, because if I'm just making a withdrawal, I'll do it at the machine.
Yeah.
And if I want to do a wire transfer, buy a house, I probably prefer a person. So
exactly right.
All right, anything else you want to add?
Just great to be here. Great to be chatting again, and looking forward to the great things that AI is going to do for SaaS and the CX industry.
Yeah, well, I was glad to see you at SaaStr, because I think this is a show that it's been around a while, and I think it itself is kind of modernizing into the era of AI itself.
Yep, absolutely.
So, all right, John, thanks for joining me.
Pleasure to be here.
So on behalf of Jonathan Rosenberg from Five9, I'm ZKast Caravello from ZK Research, saying thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button. I'll see you next time on the next episode of ZKast.